Well, 2020 continues to kick us in the balls. Now we've lost Eddie. So I just thought I'd come on and say a few words. I just think if you were listening to rock music in the late 70s, I mean, I didn't get into rock music until about 85, 86. So if you were listening to something like, I don't know, Zeppelin in the late 70s, and then, excuse me, Van Halen 1 comes out, and second track comes on and it's Eruption, you'd probably be forgiven for thinking that this guy's from a different world. Going from Zeppelin to this, out of nowhere, must have been quite something. I know a lot of people used to listen to Eruption and think, is that even a guitar? I mean, what is he doing? How can he be so many years ahead of his time? If you listen to Eruption now, it still sounds fresh, it still sounds modern, it still sounds really impressive. It's just something, I mean, it's not just the tapping thing, it's just all the notes that all the notes he played, and the emotion and feeling managed to squeeze out of those notes, and the trem dives and the harmonics, and it's just incredible. But his lead playing was obviously just ridiculous, but it was his rhythm playing that was, I think it's overlooked a lot by a lot of people. I think of Eddie as the guy who invented tapping. Well, he didn't, but he popularised it, but that's not his only thing. I mean, so many different techniques he came out with and different sounds that nobody had ever heard before. You've got Eruption for a start, Cathedral, little guitars. Who would think of playing like that on a nylon string guitar? Yet he did, and it sounded fantastic. But it's his rhythm playing that had this kind of natural swing and groove kind of feel to it in certain riffs, like for I'm the One. If you listen to that main riff, it's got such a fantastic groove to it that I rarely see anyone I saw somebody do a lesson on that song the other day, and you know, it got it down well, but that main riff did not have that groove. It was not. That's just Eddie. I don't even think he kind of practiced that. It was just within him. And when I was doing the Hot for Teacher cover, one of the things that frightened me the most wasn't the tapping intro or the solo, which were, you know, challenging and difficult, was the riff after the tapping. It's got that kind of swingy groove thing to it, and that took so long for me to even be slightly confident with. I still haven't got it down now, but it's this that was really hard for me to get down. It's still not the same as the way Eddie played it. I mean, as for his phrasing, especially in his lead parts, it's just bonkers, absolutely bonkers. The one bit I really struggled with in the Hot for Teacher solo was this one little blues phrase, and it's literally just notes from a blues pentatonic scale, but the way he phrases it is just, I don't get it. Genius. How do you, it's just the way he thinks. So I just thought, I'm never, no matter how many hours I put into this, I'm never going to get it to sound the same, because I'm not Eddie Van Halen, nobody is. Nobody can sound like that. It's the way you think. Some people say, well, it's in your fingers. Well, it's here where it all comes from. The tone is achieved, you know, with different angles on the plectrum and all sorts of different things, but you know, it's in your mind. That's where your style and sound comes from, which comes out of your fingers. But yeah, the phrasing in that solo is just absolutely crazy. So I just picked similar notes and had to do my own thing. There was just no point. There's certain a guitarist that I've done covers of, or been in tribute bands, and I understand what they're doing, so I've been a bit more successful trying to do those sort of things. But when it came to that solo and that particular bit, and there was lots of bits in that solo as well that were kind of really strange for me. Although I'm very familiar with Eddie's playing, I don't think like him. Nobody thinks like him. It's odd. It's just that was his partly his genius. There's many aspects to his genius, but that was part of it. And like the Beat It solo as well. If you were to play that to somebody who'd never heard the song, just the solo, the isolated solo, which you can find on YouTube, you could say to them, "What do you think of this? This is a solo from a song," and then listen to it and go, "What? That's not going to fit a song. That's just, I mean, it sounds cool, but it's just mad. How's that ever going to fit a song?" And you hear it in the song, and it's beautiful. It's crazy. Yeah, we've lost somebody very special and very important to music in general, really, not just the rock guitar scene. Truly iconic, rock star, innovator, genius. There's plenty more to say, but my battery's going, so I'm going to leave it there. Frankie's lost her father.